Hello, and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Wednesday, 27 November. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering thousands of Lebanese are returning home as the ceasefire takes hold. ICC prosecutors seek warrants for arrest for junta chiefs in Myanmar, and EU lawmakers greenlight von der Leyen's top team. So firstly, following a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah, thousands of displaced Lebanese began returning home, marking the end of the devastating conflict. The war, which intensified after Hezbollah's cross-border fire in support of Hamas, subsequent attacks on Israel resulted in 3,700 deaths in Lebanon and 1.2 million people displaced. Amid traffic jams on routes like Beirut to Sidon, people carried their belongings on their back to southern cities, including Tyre. Lebanese House Speaker Nabi Berri urged citizens to return, even to destroyed homes, calling this moment a turning point for Lebanon's survival in history. Caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikhail expressed hope that the ceasefire would open a new page for Lebanon, urging Israel to respect the terms and withdraw from Lebanese territory within 60 days. Mikhail's government committed to deploying more troops and security forces in southern Lebanon to ensure stability. He also highlighted the urgent need for political progress, expressing hope that the truce might pave a way for electing a president after over 2 years of political deadlock caused by divisions between Hezbollah and its opponents. So what? This is a positive step for peace in the region, and while it does not extend to the conflict in Gaza, it goes some way to stabilizing the situation. However, it is all reliant on the peace holding, something that is definitely not guaranteed. Key to the peace will be the Lebanese army and UN troops based in southern Lebanon to ensure that Hezbollah does not return to the region and continue to try and fight with the IDF. Additionally, it is possible that splinter groups within Hezbollah will attempt to stir up trouble by shooting rockets into Israel, something that has happened in the past. And next, the International Criminal Court chief prosecutor has requested an arrest warrant for the Myanmar junta leader Min Aung Hlaing, citing alleged crimes against Rohingya Muslim minorities. The prosecutor stated that the evidence suggested his involvement in the deportation and persecution committed during 2016 to 2017 military crackdown, which forced over 730,000 Rohingyans to flee into Bangladesh. This is the first time the ICC has sought an arrest warrant for a senior Myanmar official, with plans to pursue more cases. While Myanmar is not an ICC member, the court asserts jurisdiction because of the crimes partially occurred in Bangladesh, a signatory to the Roman Statute. Myanmar has faced decades of ethnic insurgencies, which escalated after a military coup in 2021 that overthrew the current government. Rebel groups now control significant territories amid an intensifying conflict. Reports indicate renewed violence against the Rohingya since the civil war began, exacerbating their long-standing plight. The Rohingya, largely stateless and concentrated in the Western state, have endured systematic discrimination for decades, with the Buddhist majority Arakan army currently dominating the region. So what? It is good to see the ICC finally wake up and take a look at some other conflicts. However, much like most of their arrest warrants, unless the juntas lose control of the country, they will not face trial or justice. While this is possible, it will be a long process as the conflict currently gets minimal attention and limited external support, something they have long looked for. Additionally, countries such as China, who support the junta, are likely to continue their support until the bitter end, particularly if they face the possibility of an international court. And lastly, the European Parliament approved the next European Commission with 370 votes in favour, 282 against, and 36 abstentions, paving a way for Ursula von der Leyen's re-elected leadership and her team of 26 commissioners to begin their term on December 1st. While conservative and centrist lawmakers largely backed the nominations, far-right and leftist groups opposed them. In her address, she called for urgent need for the EU to tackle critical challenges, particularly the ongoing war in Ukraine, which she said demands increased defence spending and swift, ambitious action. The new commission will also focus on addressing threats from the global conflicts, economic pressures from China, and potential policy shifts from the return of Donald Trump. Von der Leyen highlighted the intertwined importance of economic strength and security, urging the EU to enhance its competitiveness, innovation, and production capabilities. She framed these priorities as essential for safeguarding the bloc's freedom and sovereignty, while the European Parliament's vote is a significant milestone. Final approval by member states remains, though it is considered a formality. The European Commission, as the EU's executive body, holds the exclusive authority to propose new laws, which are then debated by the European Parliament and member states, shaping the legislative future of the Union. So what? Stability during the current situation in Europe is positive. However, there are several issues that if Europe does not alter their stance on, will possibly lead to more right-wing governments taking power. In particular, immigration, housing, and getting inflation down. So it'll be interesting to see how her leadership can alter their tact, or if they will stay strong and see what happens. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host Daniel, and I'll see you next time.